welcome to This Shit Can't Be It. I started this podcast because I come from a humble background and I caught myself caught up in the rat race of working Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, high stress, high demand job. And I was stuck in that hamster wheel. And I constantly said, This shit can't be it. So I created this podcast to connect to busy parents, busy professional parents like myself that have all the things going on in life. And that's where we come in. We want to empower so that you know that you're not alone, that you know that all different facets of life, not just your professional life, impacts what's going on in your all day life, everything, everywhere. So today I have a very special guest that's gone from judgment to empowerment. Her name is Arlene Nelson, and I want to give her an exciting, warm welcome. And we're going to go through her story today and how she now empowers women to retire fear free. Hi, Arlene. Thanks for joining me.
Hi, Anne. It's so good to be here. I'm just excited about this. I uh,
Absolutely.
I just love your idea of empowerment and moving on, and kind of ties in with I try to work with single mothers, even in their 50s, going into their 70s, even trying to prepare for retirement and overcoming that fear of their identity or whatever it may be. I just love to work with them because I was there 3 years ago, and here I am now, never happier.
That's awesome. And that's a good, you bring up a very valid point. So I had bought a digital marketing program to help teach me about digital marketing for my own business. And in that community, because they have a community to support us, I noticed there's a ton of men and women, more so women, that are looking at retirement in their 50s upward. And I'm in my low 50s, and retirement is not even a word that comes into my brain. I don't even consider it, but there's women my age that are considering it. And you're right, we deal with a complex time of life where we have children leaving the home, so empty nesters, like you say, the identity crisis, who are we now, into retirement of either by themselves or with a spouse. And life is completely different compared to what it's been for the last 30 plus years. So this is huge because you're uncovering a lot of hidden feelings and emotions that get
Mhm.
tapped that are hardly ever discussed. So take me on your journey from when you were being judged and labeled, and how you got to where you are now, because you were saying that you also regulate nervous systems, which is huge. I talk about that as well. And even in my programming, I started all off with meditations to calm the nervous system so
Mhm.
that people can really become present in the moment. And I know when I was doing that rat race, I that wheel up here just didn't stop till I went to bed at night. So it's important if we're going to be doing any kind of learning, teaching, or anything that we do calm that nervous system. So that's powerful. So let's highlight the judgment and labeling that you had to overcome and deal with.
Yes, exactly. Like when and like I say, for 2 years before I retired, I was like, oh dear, I keep talking, I'm going to retire. I'm going to do this. And then one day I woke up and I thought, you know what? Quit crying wolf. Set a date. And it just scared the hell right out of me to do that. But I did it. Once I set that date, wrote that letter, and talked about it, I thought, okay, there's no going back now, because if you go back, you're going to be judged, and you just say, oh yeah, wuss, you're not retiring, blah blah blah. So anyway, I didn't retire at 65. I needed a knee replacement, so I worked another couple of years and got through all that because I've never used any insurance on my from the company I was with, and I thought, oh, well, I need to try this. Everybody else has done it. So anyway, I got the knee replacement, retired the year I turned 67. And the first couple of months, I woke up in the morning and it was like depressed. I kind of was slipping into a depression because I had thousands of things to do. I still had my little business of massage, and I taught Reiki, and I did all these things, but I was like, it's like I had no purpose and I couldn't figure out what to do. And I'd make a list and yeah, well, lists, it's like your grocery list. You go to the store and your list is on home on the kitchen table anyway. So it's, I just couldn't follow that stuff. I couldn't get motivated. So then, okay, you've got all these tools in your toolbox. So I called in colleagues and said, okay, you guys, I need some help. So then I got through it through meditation. EFT was the big thing for me.
Yes, yes.
Tapping.
Yep.
So that's really what got me through. So tapping raised my vibration. And then once you raise your vibration to a higher level, things are going to come to you. You don't have to go chase these things. And then all of a sudden, I was getting all these friends and contacts and opportunities. And well, the
You know
rest is
what?
history.
Yes, and you bring up a valid point because this is something I had to learn the hard way, and that's raising your vibration. I never knew what that meant because I was
Mhm.
so stuck in that rat race. And our belief systems are super powerful.
Yes.
So when you look at where you were at this stage and you look at the belief systems from your childhood where you were dealing with the judgment and the teachers labeling you, telling you're not smart, how did you start overcoming all that to get to the point of having the tools in your toolbox? Like, what was that transition? What was the aha moment or experience that had you start down this path of being able to get into the Reiki, the EFT, and everything else that you offer now?
That's a good question because I I was bullied in school, not only by kids, but by a couple of teachers as well.
Yes. Yep.
And that definitely that leaves scars that people don't want to admit. But so in 1999, I thought, you know what did you saying? It, it's enough of this or enough
Oh,
of this
this
shit.
shit can't be it.
Yeah, this shit can't be it. That's pretty much what came to
Right?
me. And so I started looking through all the brochures for colleges and things like that. And oh, business class over here. And oh, okay, I could do this business class for 1800. And I turned the page and it was like, holistic practitioner. I don't have $1,800 to do the business course, but I found $2,200 to do the holistic practitioner course. So with that course, I became certified reflexologist, certified I became a Reiki practitioner, not a teacher at the time, and acupressure massage therapist. I loved that, and so I took all these. So I got my business going. I still worked corporate, soul supporting at that time. I still worked the corporate job, but I had a lot more energy then, so I could work evenings and weekends and do the crazy things. And so this is how I went on. And then for months, I was introduced to EFT, but I could never find anyone in Canada who um, who actually taught it or that I could get. And I'm getting to the age now where it's like, oh, my hands are getting tired and my body's telling me massage is a little tough, but I love working with the meridians. So I introduced to EFT. So then I found someone in Canada. I became certified. And then to find out that I'm still working with the meridians, just the meridian ends, and it's the physical on that is nothing, but it's so much more powerful. And was that was the definite continuation of my self-healing. And then soon as I mean, it doesn't matter how many people you help, there's always going to be borrowing benefits. You're going to heal and learn as well. So I thought, okay, this is gold. This is my life. And so then I did all that for several years, right up until I retired. And then I got into last year I got into a coaching business and I took a coaching course. Very powerful coaching. It's NLP and root cause coaching, which is huge. complement to my EFT.
Yes. So
And so
what is the NLP?
neurolinguistic programming,
Perfect.
it's yeah. So it's, and then I do quantum releases. And so I went to California last October and finished the course. And then now this September, I'm going to go get my master's in all of that and somatic coaching. So I'm really excited with my life. It's just going on, and I really want to share it with people. And I want to show these ladies that have the fear of going into retirement, whether it's going to be on your own. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't get you more money, but I can certainly change the vibration of the money you have or what you have. And as long as you're grateful, just be grateful for things. And yes, this certainly has worked in my life. So I really want to change that with ladies. I want all these ladies. I want all these retirement ladies out there just to have a circle and be happy. And
You know what? You nailed it.
mm,
Having a circle is huge. We
yeah.
take for granted the power of connection, especially of like-minded people. And, as an entrepreneur and as a being in an industrial field my entire life, working mostly with men and, having a few women around, it's
Mhm.
the tribe and the team can be massive and they can be
Yes.
massive to raise you or bring you down. It can work
Yes.
both ways.
Yeah.
So, and I've been part of tribes that done both because you get stuck into work environments and sometimes you can't
Mm-hmm.
always change what's going on outside of you. And that was the
Mm-hmm.
biggest piece of my learning is learning how that not to have that impact me. And it's interesting because there's so many different modalities out there to help with that. So that's awesome. So the NLP and the EFT, I
Yes.
get all the abbreviations mixed up. So
Yeah.
how does that impact our nervous system?
Go back to NLP. When you're sitting there, you're getting tons and tons of things thrown at you all the time, whether into your unconscious mind. And your unconscious mind can't handle all of them. So it filters them, and it only takes about 134. What I learned in class, it was called toothpicks. All these
Oh,
toothpicks are coming at you. And so what I learned in class, it takes 100, your unconscious mind will take on 134, and it'll take them based on your filters from your childhood, your beliefs, their, just things that have happened in your life. And sometimes they get stuck there. And so what we do with NLP is we work with the unconscious mind and the conscious mind together and get them to work together. Get get them to release some of these past. Get to the root cause, release some of these past. Then when you get to the bottom and of things and the root, and you find out your learnings and new ways to deal with these things and look at these things differently. And sometimes I find a client will get stuck into things from the past, just bringing up things. So then I bring in EFT. Let's balance that nervous system. Let's tap on those points and just balance that. And then things start coming. And then
nice.
they have a cognitive shift. It's like, oh, well, maybe I could do this, to help this out and think about it this way. Um, you know, just pull up, what are your negative thoughts and emotions towards that?
That's awesome because a lot of it is
Yeah.
autopilot. I
Hmm.
learned that our human brain has anywhere from 70 plus thousand thoughts a day for the average person. 90 to 95% are repetitive thoughts. So that's thoughts, the same
Yes.
thoughts that we had yesterday and the day before that, and the day before that.
Hmm.
And then 80 to 85% of those repetitive thoughts are actually negative. And then
Yes.
people wonder why they're stuck. They wonder why they're stuck in the past. They wonder why they're stuck in the rat race. Like I said, I was in that hamster wheel. I couldn't figure it out. I didn't
Yeah.
understand why. But then when somebody gave me those stats, and I'm like, holy crap! No wonder we're in the state we're in as a society, as individuals, as a whole. Like it's crazy. So it's
Yeah.
awesome that you can kind of break that up and
Hmm.
kind of bring it to the surface so that people can look at it and acknowledge it and start to heal. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, what is something that you wish that you could tell your younger self that would have helped you in your course of life with the judgments and just some of the small things that you deal with today?
Um, right, the first thing that came to mind is the bullying and understanding that it's not you. If it's the kids, if one kid bullies, then the other follows along. They're not leaders.
Right.
And I look back at now at some of those kids that bullied me, um, and some of them are not in the greatest health now. So if they've brought all that in, and so if that comes up where I think about that and it starts to bother me, then I send them love,
Mm,
because at that age it's such a vulnerable age. You're 8, 9, 10 years old,
yes,
and it from generation to generation, and it's a peer pressure. And
absolutely.
so um it's like the two questions, like, okay, what did I learn from that, and what do I need to take away from that? And
Yes.
if you can increase your love to send back to them,
Yeah.
it's not depleting your energy then. I mean, to this day, I mean, I'm still human. Yes, I still get upset at something sometimes, and I just go,
100%.
ugh, why do I let that person? They're just stealing my energy, and I'm not giving it to them anymore,
Right. The energy leaks. Yeah.
And exactly. And well, just going back to that, every disease or ache or pain has an emotion. And if you can do the root cause and go back and get that emotion, whether it be, I mean, your developing time is from the age of 0 to 7, or whether it be in the womb, or whether you go back before,
Yeah.
it can, and I mean, you can do that with a timeline therapy, and
Wow.
it's exciting.
That's
I
awesome.
love my work, and I just want to share it with people. I just want to see people happy, and I don't want them stressed about something that should be an exciting time of their life.
100%. It's a whole new
Yeah,
chapter. It's a completely different chapter.
yeah,
And even though I'm in my early 50s, I noticed a huge shift from
yeah,
50 onward. So, yeah, that's
yeah.
massive. That's awesome. Have you ever
Well, this is,
played a little game called Rapid Fire before?
I don't think so. Maybe
What
I
it is,
have. But
I'm going to ask you three simple questions just so we can have a little bit of
okay,
fun and 30 seconds or less. Just rapid fire first thing that comes to brain.
love it.
Let's do it. So, morning rituals or habits that are non-negotiable.
My phone. My phone.
That's awesome. Okay, next question. Tea, coffee, or something else?
Uh, I'm going to go with water. I know a
There you
lot of
go.
my friends will go, yeah, I
Nice.
doubt that, Arlene. But anyway,
You know what? I drink a
long
lot
as
of
I
water
can turn it
myself.
into, long as I can turn it into wine, I guess.
There you go. Anything is possible. All right. One woman that inspires you deeply.
My mother.
Oh, nice.
My
Nice.
mother.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's huge. Well, thank you for joining me today. I'm so happy you got here. This is new
Yeah.
for me. It's new for you. We're having fun. And I can't thank you enough for coming on here. I hope
Mm.
anybody that watches this can tap in. How can people connect with you?
Okay, they can either email me or text me at this time, or messenger. And I do have some offers that if people want to do a long term one, I have a 12-hour session where we start out, and we can do that in a short as 3 weeks, and have them shift
Oh, wow.
their energy towards the way shift their energy, raise their vibration. And in that 12 hours, they're going to get a lot of different ways to connect with themselves and help themselves. And I also teach them in between sessions how to take care of themselves if need be. And at the end, I want them to have an the most exciting inspired action for them to move forward.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Wonderful. So what I'll do is I'll make sure that your contact information, your social media handles,
Thank you.
everything is included in this video at the bottom in the description. So if anybody wants to connect with Arlene, you can do that in the description. And thank you everybody for chiming in and listening. It's been fun having you here. I
Oh, I
appreciate the
loved it. Thank
conversation.
you.
Oh, it's beautiful. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Take care, everyone, and we'll see you again soon.
Thanks, everyone.